Hello and welcome to the second episode of the C++ series for competitive programming. So let us start. So today's agenda is variables. So we will learn about what are variables, how to use variables, and why to use variables in our code. Secondly, we will learn about what are data types and different type of data types like integers, long, string, double, float, boolean, and characters. After that, we will learn about rules for naming variables as well as minimum and maximum limit for various data types like integers, long, string. After that, we will go through some coding example and test our code for various problems. After, in the end, we will have a short quiz where we can check our knowledge of variables and data types. So let us start. So first of all, what are variables? So variables are containers for storing data values. So variables can store anything like integers, decimal numbers, strings, etc. So we will know like variable provides us with name storage that our programs can manipulate. In each variable in C++ has a specific type like integer, long, double, and then which determines the size and layout of the variable's memory. So let us start and learn about different type of data types. So first data type is integer, which is referred as int. It stores integers and without decimals like 123 or minus 123. Note that we can use both positive as well as negative numbers in int. After that, for the second data type is long. It also store integers, but it has greater range than int, such as it can store a number till 10 to the power 18. So now let's go on to double. Double is just some decimal places. It stores floating point numbers with decimals, such as 1999 or minus 19.99. Then coming to float, it also stores floating point numbers with decimals, such as 5.3 or minus 23.5. But the only thing which is different in double is its precision. So double is more precise than float. And then we move on to characters, which is also known as char. It also stores single characters such as A or B or any number which is single character. And char values are surrounded by single quotes. Now we go on to string. It stores string or it stores text or an array of characters such as hello world. String values are surrounding by double quotes. See, in character the values are surrounded by single quotes, and in string the values are surrounding by double quotes. Now we move on to bool. Bool refers to two states, true and false. So we can do like how is the weather? Is the weather rainy? So it can be either true or either false. So now let's move on to rules for variables. First of all, how to name the variables. So first, names can contain letters, digit and underscores. So the starting of the name can contains letters, digits and underscore. And the name must begin with the letter or underscore. So we can't name an integer like int 1 ABC because it will cause an error. So we cannot use a digit in the beginning of a variable. After that, names are also case sensitive. Like my var and my var are different. See, v is different here. So these both are different variables, and this would not be the same. And then name cannot contain white spaces or special characters like this. So we cannot specify a variable like int a b c d. It will give an error, and we can also not specify a variable as ab hashtag cd. It will also give an error. And now the fourth part is the reserved word like C++ keywords such as integers cannot be used as names. So we cannot use integers name as int is equals to 5 because it is always a C++ keyword. So it is not valid to do so. After that, let us know about what is the maximum and what's the maximum limit of a data type and the memory taken by each of the data types. So the maximum limit of integers is minus 2 billion to around 2 billion, which is around 10 to the power 8 minus 10 to the power 8 to 10 to the power 8. And the size in bytes is 4 bytes. It takes 4 bytes of memory space in a program. And then we go on to long 8, which is basically the long here. So it takes 8 bytes of memory, and the range is from minus 2 to the power 63 to 2 to the power 63 minus 1, which is basically 10 to the power minus 18, minus 10 to the power 18 to 10 to the power 18. Then we have character, whose size is 1 byte, and it ranges from minus 128 to 127. Then we have float, which whose size is 4 bytes, and it is less precise than double, and it can store till 5 6 digits. It can be precise till 5 6 digits. And on the other hand, for double, the size is 8 bytes, and it is more precise than float, and we can easily do calculations with 15 to 16 digits. So when doing heavy maths and calculations, we should always use double and stop using float. So now let us do the practice of the things we learned above. So we learned about integers, long, characters, doubles, then float, and strings. So let us use them one by one. So int refers to integers, so we can store numbers like int a is equals to 5. So we can store integer like numbers like a5. We can also store like int b is equals to 15. Now let us print a. See out a. So see the so here when we print cout a, it comes out to 5. So these are basically for um, so int is basically for normal integers and whole numbers. Now let us move on to long. So now let's do the coding example of whatever we have learned in the above session. So the things we learned about were integers, strings, long, float, double, and characters. So let us go through each of them one by one. So let us first go through integers. So int. So int refers to integers, which stores mainly integers like 5, 10, negative numbers, negative whole numbers, as well as positive whole numbers. And it does not store decimal numbers like 3.5. That would be invalid. So let us start. So we can store we can store a variable of int as int a is equals to any number we want to store. For example, 5. So now uh, the variable a becomes 5. So let us now try to print the variable a. So when you print the variable a, cout a, then build the program, then the output comes as 5. Now we can also introduce another variable like int b is equals to 15, and then we can do cout b. And now the output is 15. So so here b refers to 15 and a refers to 5. So we can do many various calculations with integers, like we can do addition like a plus b, then we can do subtraction, multiplication, and division as well. So now we see the result as 0. So you will wonder, why is the result 0 and not 5 by 15? So I told you in the above session that integers only store whole numbers and not decimal numbers. So 5 by 15 rounded off uh, to their whole number is becomes 0. So the answer would be 0. After that, let us go to long. So long is basically integers but with more range. Like, so we can store here till 10 to the power 18. So we can store any number like a big number, and then you can print out ABC. See out ABC. Long, long. See, here the result is same as ABC. So now we can do the same things operations like multiplication, addition, subtraction as we did it in integers. Now what will happen if we put ABC in integer? Let us see. See, first of all, it is giving error that it is overflowing. That it is overflow. That it is more than the range it can that integers can handle. So we cannot use this big number with int. So we always have to use long and long. See the result has come. Now let us move on to what are float. So float are basically decimal numbers which we can specify in a program. So a decimal number can be 2.3. Let's now print it. See out ABC. The result is 2.3. We can also do another float. B is equals to 5.1, and then we can print out B. See, the output is 5.1. Now we can also do basic operations like multiplication, division, subtraction, etc. Let us do some subtraction here. See, ABC divided by B. So here the result comes out to be 0.45098. So here we can also use decimals unlike integers or long. So now let us move on to double. So double are also basically floats, but they are more precise and we can use it till 15 to 16 digits. So we can, let us see, double A is equals to 2 point this, and double B is equals to 1.23. Now let us, we can do the same operations like addition, multiplication, division, subtraction in doubles as well. So we can do like A into B, A minus B, A divided by B. And now to get the whole answer, which see, we are only getting a part of the answer in the decimal point. To get the whole answer, we can do is C out, set precision till the amount of number of digits we want to have. So let us have 9, for example, here. So now in order to use set precision, we need to include one library. So we include the library, and then let us build a program now. You can see it has been corrected to 9 digits. So that's how we do it, and then let's move on to character. So character means only a single character like A, B, 1, 2, 3, any number, or any character like A, B, C, any alphabet, anything. So like character A is equals to A, and it is always enclosed by single inverted commas. And then you can do character B is equals to B, like this, and then control plus B to build the. Okay, so it is finished. Now what if we take character as more than one digit, like more than one character like AB, then what will happen? You can see the error is, it is showing error here, that we cannot use two characters in a single character. Okay, so now the only thing left is strings. So string is just basically an array of characters, or you can say it is any text like numbers, which can include any text, numbers, alphabets. It is a combination of them. So string, for example, like string s is equals to hello. So string is always enclosed by um, double inverted commas. So now we can also print string cout s. So you can see hello is being printed here. Now a special part, now I will show you a special function of string. So take another string, string j is equals to world. Now what we'll do is cout string s plus j. Now what will this do is it will concatenate both the strings and it will become hello world. So let us see. See, you can clearly see hello world. So this is the end of the practice session. Now let's move on to the short quiz. Now you have to say what you have to put here in all these blank spaces. So you can pause the video and then try it on your own. Now I'm showing the answers. In the first one, we can put either int or long. In the second space, we can put double or float. In the third, we have to put character. In the fourth, we have to put String in the fourth, it is a boolean value. Is it like true or false? Now to write the output of the following program, string s is equals to hello and string j is equals to world and string k is equal to a space bar. Now what will be cout s plus k plus j? As we learnt now in string concatenation that string gets merged together. So what will be the output? The output will be so if you got all correct, then it's good that you have understood what are variables and data types. So thank you for watching the video.